and welcome back. We're off to Salem and I'm so excited. We've been to Salem before and I just fell in love with the place. We booked this trip to Salem last year when we were there, and honestly it's just as well we did because the prices have since trebled, and I'm not joking. The accommodation is ridiculous. So even if you're thinking about going to Salem, highly recommend you book as far in advance as possible. Usually on the likes of booking.com you get free cancellation anyway, so lock it in and you can always change it or cancel it if needed. Right, we're gonna get on the road. It's about a 4.5 hour drive depending on traffic obviously, and hopefully it's a nice drive. Looking forward to it, just sitting back and relaxing. Right, I better go. Darren is outside and we want to get coffee before we get on the road. But thanks so much for watching. Very much appreciated always, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. This is the car that we rented. I don't know whether you'd call it a car or a bus. Oh, the actual car that we tried to rent wasn't available, so cool though. This is the deadly thing about renting cars. You get to try different ones. Right, we better get on the road. See ya.
4 hours later.
We made it! Took us about 4.5 hours I'd say, with stops and all. Delighted to be back. Everything's so festive! There's pumpkins and ghosts and ghouls and skeletons everywhere. So we're really hungry. We're gonna just freshen up a little bit, get some charge on the phones and go for some food, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do after that.
We have a tour tonight.
Oh yeah!
We have a tour around by the satanic temple. So we'll see how that goes.
I want to show you the room very quickly before we wreck it. Lovely. I'm gonna put all my beauty products along here. We have a bath and I brought all of my lovely creams with me. Hiya! Then you have a bed, looks to be king size and we absolutely need it, the length of us. We have a telly. Oh my god, Darren, I seen your reflection there in the mirror. I thought it was a ghost. This place is good. I know. See you in a few minutes. Bye. The place that we're going to for food, we've been there twice already. We went last year when we were here and we couldn't wait to go back. It's a Mexican and it's actually really reasonably priced compared to New York, compared to Boston. It's delish as well, so we're gonna go there first. It's the Howling Wolf. I got chicken enchiladas and Darren got steak enchiladas, and we're gonna share. And they're like $12 each. Honestly, about 25 in New York. Yeah. So that was delish, and the staff are very nice, especially because I left this camera on the table and your man literally ran down the street after me, but didn't he, Darren?
After me telling us to get it.
Are you back talking to me?
Yeah, no I am.
Darren said to me, don't forget the camera, supposedly. I don't remember it,
Not the fourth
and I
time.
didn't hear it. Just back at the hotel now to get jackets because it's definitely going to get colder later. And I didn't say where we're staying. This is the outside of the hotel, the Salem Waterfront Hotel and Suites. And we got a great deal on it because we booked it last year. We got the coats. Right, let's go.
Yeah.
No idea what's happening, but as you can see, it's very busy. This is one of the main streets. Oh, there's loads going on. I love Salem. This is Charter Street Cemetery, and this is one of the many cemeteries. You can see little ledges. Did you see them all down the sides here? That is a memorial for the witches who were hanged during the Salem Witch Trials. Very sad.
Look who got a witch's hat.
Darren wouldn't stop until I got a witch's hat. Why are we obsessed when we get a witch's hat?
Because it's one, very cute. And two, when else are you going to wear a witch's hat with, you know? Well, look how cool it is. It's not like it's like a stupid little toy one.
Close.
It's like linen, or not linen, but it's like a wool material.
Yeah.
We just came out in a Mexican place, Birrio. We had some cocktails and now we're heading to our walking tour, and then probably back to the hotel to relax because we're actually wrecked after that day, aren't we?
Yeah, and we have 3 nights here, so we've loads of time. Ah, Winnie! Ah, look at the other two! I was like, it's Winnie! We're back, we're finished. My ears feel like they're popped. I have a cold all of a sudden. That was really, really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, so good.
It was so cool. Darren picked that. So we're going to leave all the details of the tours in the comments box and what we recommend. Obviously we were in Salem before. That would have been like our third walking tour, I think. So we definitely have a good idea as to what good looks like.
So we're going to go back and say goodnight to you. And then see you tomorrow for more fun-filled Salem
haunted
activities.
happenings.
Bye!
Good morning. We wanted to get up bright and early to do a lap of the town before everyone else gets up. It's very busy at the minute. Actually not as busy as it is on the weekend. So if you are coming to Salem, highly recommend you try come during the week if you're coming in October. Or come any other month. That's what the tour guides told us. Yeah. We're just gonna go and grab a coffee and then we're gonna go and try see a few bits and then we're gonna go for breakfast.
Nice witch's hat.
Thank you.
The material of it.
We were laughing thinking back last night when we were talking about the hat and we were both describing it like, it's a real good witch's hat, like deadly serious.
You can get this in Argos.
We got our coffee and we just stopped by the Bewitched statue. So the whole history of this is that the show Bewitched filmed in Salem and they put this here. It was supposed to be temporary, but they left it. Happy with that?
Yep.
And we got a photograph. Insert here.
Will I get another one of you?
Yeah.
No.
Why? Because we know we're not going to be happy with this stranger photo. Does anyone ever get decent stranger photos? Let's see what... That's not bad.
It's not bad at all, actually.
No.
There she is. The witch is back. This is Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery Monster Museum, and it's a museum dedicated to all the monsters from all of the classic horror films and some of the more recent horror films. It's like a kind of wax museum. Really, really good. Loads of detail on each of the films and, you know, some of the measures they took to create the monsters. Very, very good. Highly recommend.
So they were telling us on the walking tour last night that absolutely none of Hocus Pocus 2 was filmed in Salem, which just adds to my disappointment about the whole thing. So this wasn't the first one, and if you're a fan you'll know that was part of the dance scenes, you know, where the parents were all dressed up and the ma was Madonna and that. But they do live shows here as well, and we went last year to one called Cry Innocent. That show that I was telling you about was called Cry Innocent. It's still on now. It was on last year, that's when we went, and it's basically the trial of Bridget Bishop, who was accused of witchcraft, and you are participating in the trial. So the crowd is the jury and you have to vote. Do you remember that? It was really good, wasn't it? It was only like a tenner or something as well, but it was a really good way of learning what went on and the hysteria and how absolutely ridiculous it was. We were planning to get tickets for the trolley tour to do them one day, but we can jump on this now and the queue isn't that bad, so we're just gonna do it. We weren't planning on it, but should we go with the flow? It's a 1 hour narrated tour of Salem.
On the right, this large red brick building.
Hello.
We just got off the trolley tour. It was grand, wasn't it? You were disappointed. It was very uncomfortable. That's one of the main call-outs.
I felt like everything that they were telling us, I knew more, even more than what they were telling me, because I said last night we were on 3 walking tours previously, and I also do a lot of reading about it, like about Salem and the witch trials and that. We're just waiting on the crepe stand to open. It's actually in Salem Common, which is this public park, and this is in Hocus Pocus, the original, the best.
The only, in my opinion.
Yeah, the only. We're going to pretend that one doesn't exist. And that's a school over there, the red brick building. We'll show you that up closer in a few minutes. And it's also at the start of the film where, you know, Alison is walking through the park and Max is trying to get her number on the bike. And that is the school as well where he tries to burn them in the oven. So now, who needs a trolley tour?
Je veux mon livre. I want my book.
I think you might love it as much as me. Nice outfit. And this is the school. How cool. Right, the crepes place is definitely going to be open now and it's starting to rain, so let's walk back. Look at the leaves, boy. Look at the leaves, boy. I meant, look at the leaves, but I don't know what came out. So, we just did a load of pottering around the main street. So Essex Street is the main area and it's full of little knick-knack shops, and it's just my absolute favourite thing to do. Knick-knack shops in general, but especially Salem. Like, they're a whole other level of knick-knack. And then, like, this was on the list coming back here. I went and got the other 2 Hocus Pocus shorts. So I have a green short that says on the back of it, I put a spell on you. But that's one of 3. So they have
that one says it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus.
Oh my god.
It's your short.
I literally made that up.
You just made it up.
So anyway, I have a short saying it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. It's green, plaid, tartan type. And there was 3 in this set. One says amok, 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 and the other says let's form a calming circle. And I honestly have thought about them most days since.
And they're all the colours of the witch's face. The green, the purple and the orange.
I did not realise that.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Get out of Salem.
This is the Witch Dungeon Museum and they actually do have tickets, so we're going to go in. Supposedly they reenact the witch trials. Not sure what to expect from that, but we'll see. So it's absolutely lash now. We're having a bottle of beer. Look at how cute he is. I never showed him. I got that in Bath and Body Works, actually, not here.
You got it in June.
I got it in June, yeah. When we've a bit of privacy, we'll tell you all about the
Witch's Dungeon.
The Witch Dungeon. For now we're playing cards. Hello! The rain has stopped. So we're gonna go in and do one of the haunted house tours. So before we forget, the Witch's Dungeon earlier was actually really good, but we had already done a couple of tours with the same contents, like the witch trials before, like the last time that we were here. So I didn't learn anything new. Did you learn anything new?
It was kind of a different take on it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we saw the dungeons and they showed how they were like strung up basically in the dungeons, which was good, which was different.
I'd either do that or the Witch Museum. The Witch Museum was better in my opinion, or the Cry Innocent play in Town Hall.
Like
they're all
it's
an
all
overview of the witch
recounting of the
trials.
same history, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like you're not going to get anything too different. We're going in to get the
Freak on.
bejesus scared out of us. Will we?
Yeah. Oh, see ya! Bye! Wait on me.
Hey, you be brown bread in a horror film. Oh, Jesus Christ! Carly, you're right. Come on.
We're in this place called Village Tavern, playing a couple of games of pool, and then we're gonna go home and watch Hocus Pocus on the iPad. How cozy, because it's lashing out. We got some mac and cheese in that same place to Village Tavern. I got it the last time we were here and it's absolutely gorgeous, so hopefully it's just as nice this time. It's really cozy in here, isn't it? We have a firelight in, raining outside. This is the 4th time we've watched Hocus Pocus this year, which is very, very late for me. I honestly watch it usually from August. So we're watching it for the 4th time this year in Salem. How perfect. So cozy. Ah! Good night. Love yous. Good morning. I lasted about 10 minutes into Hocus Pocus last night and I fell asleep. We're wrecked from all the walking. We're just waiting now to have breakfast. Everywhere seems to be really, really busy, so We're on a wait list, we're waiting for a text. So tonight we are going to see Practical Magic. I've never seen the film Practical Magic before, but I just think it's one of those films that I'm going to love. I'm reading the books, the Practical Magic series, I'm on the second book. And when we went to the cinema to see what was on, one, we seen that Practical Magic was on, but two, we also seen that Alice Hoffman, who is the author of the Practical Magic series, is doing a launch of the latest book in the series, the Book of Magic, in the cinema. So she'll be there signing books, doing a talk, a little Q&A session, and then we'll go in and watch the film. How cool is that? Pretty much. Like, I feel so lucky that we're here at this time and she's doing that. I know not everyone will appreciate that, but I definitely do. This is the main street. It's called Essex Street, and it's just full of shops, like souvenir shops and places to have snacks and that. This place, the Village Silversmith, is where I get crystals. I got a couple for gifts. They have gorgeous silver jewellery. I got one for myself last year and I'll definitely get one this year as well. But this is what we say when we say knick-knack shopping. It's all along this street and the side streets, and the town hall is just literally there to the left where Hocus Pocus was filmed. I want to show you this house. So it was owned by a very rich merchant back in the day, Captain White, and very long story short, he was murdered at home one night, and it was a real big trial because it was a whodunit, like in what room was he killed, with what weapon, and it inspired the game Cluedo, which is called Clue in America. And the Cluedo game board is actually a direct replica of the layout of this house, and what I would give to go in there. I love Cluedo. So the house is here, and then on the corner you have the Hawthorne Hotel, which is where they have like a little kind of shrine to Bewitched, the TV programme, because they stayed there when they were filming in Salem. So if you're a fan of the show, or even if not, because I've never seen it and we still went in and looked at it, go in and check that out. Hi, we just finished breakfast and now we're going to grab a coffee, and then we're going to go and see the other Hocus Pocus sites. So the Ropes Mansion is first, and then we're going to go to Max's house. You'll know this from Hocus Pocus. It's Alison's house. It's called the Ropes Mansion, and it's actually part of Peabody Essex Museum, so they own it. It's huge. It goes all the way back, and there's some really beautiful gardens behind it.
Go on, show us your shirt.
Come on.
Cute.
You want to go into the gardens?
Sure.
That's the back of the house. Look how big it is. Like, it's huge, and these gardens, oh my god, like this was somebody's home. We're just in the area now where Max's house is, and I have to show you this street. Like, is this not just a dream? Look at the leaves falling. So beautiful. Here's Darren in the truck. The size of that. But honestly, look at the houses. Stunning. And that's it. Max's house. Max and Danny's house, I should say. And it's right on the water. I really didn't know that from watching the film. I don't want to go around the other side because there's people on the porch. People live there. Just remember that when you're coming to visit. Also down by where Max and Danny's house is Pioneer Village. It's a recreation of Salem in 1630, and that's where the start of Hocus Pocus is filmed. So you know when Thackeray Binks wakes up and he realises that Emily is missing and Sarah is singing Come Little Children, that scene, that's Pioneer Village in Salem. They do tours of that, and it's usually open of a Saturday and Sunday, I believe. It's not open today, so we didn't get to go in. Even if you're not there when they're doing tours, you can still see over the fence or through the fence. I got some footage on the phone that I'll insert here, but well worth a look.
The cemetery we're going to now in Marblehead, which is about a 10-minute drive from Salem, is where when Max was cycling home from school and he cuts through and the lads stop him and they rob his runners.
Oh yeah. So there's no parking around here, so I'm on my own. This is one of the oldest cemeteries in New England, and it was established in 1639. A lot of people from the American Revolution are buried here. And that concludes our official Hocus Pocus film set tour. As far as I know, that is everything from the fourth film that was filmed here. If you know of any more locations that I haven't included, definitely let us know. So now we're gonna go and grab some lunch, and then later we have the Practical Magic film screening, which also has that book signing that I talked about. So we have a lovely, lovely evening ahead. We're going to try go to Turner Seafood for lunch. Turner Seafood is really, really famous because supposedly it's haunted by the ghost of Bridget Bishop, who was one of the victims of the witch trials. We had a reservation, so we got 2 fish and chips. I have to tell you, the coleslaw on the side sold it for me. It's just not very popular all over here. And we may have gotten a bottle of wine for the last full day of our holidays. That was really, really nice. We just got fish and chips, but it was actually very nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't real coleslaw.
Yeah.
It's grand stuff.
It wasn't an Irish Tesco coleslaw, but it was lovely.
I was saying to Darren, the next time we go home, which is at Christmas, I want to get some chips and coleslaw.
What kind of chips? Like not chipper chips, but like oven chips?
Yeah, like no, the chips that your dad does in the pot.
Like homemade like hand-cut chips.
Yeah, so anyway, we didn't get dessert because we wanted to get some of this melt ice cream. We got it the last time we were here, and this time we got some banana Nutella ice cream and the salted caramel. Can't beat
That
the
was very good, isn't it?
salted caramel brownie. We have our popcorn, butter of course. Now we're looking for Alice. Alice?
Alice the camel.
I thought you were going to say, hold up. This is the theatre. I'm guessing she's going to do a talk up there and then show the film. We had such a lovely evening. Like Alice Hoffman, the talk and the Q&A was on for like an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then we watched Practical Magic the movie, and that was the first time that either of us have ever seen it, and it was very good, wasn't it? It was so good. I loved it. I knew I was going to love it. Like if you described that film to me, I'd be like, I am all over that film. We're going to try get through Hocus Pocus.
No,
I'll probably fall asleep.
You'll get another 10 minutes in. So that's today. We have probably a little bit of rambling to do in the morning, and then back to New York.
Should we check in with you then? Love you loads.
See you.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Don't go yet. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning. We're all packed up. Today is our last day in Salem, and we have a few little bits that we want to do before we go back on the road to New York. And I also want to show you the little bits that I've been picking up during the week in the knick-knack shops, as I call them. And I'm going to try to do it relatively quickly so that I don't bore you. So starting off with the Book of Magic. This is the book from the launch last night. It's the latest book in the Practical Magic series by Alice Hoffman, and it's a signed copy. I got a bookmark as a little souvenir. Some playing cards. Me and Darren love playing cards, and these have some fortunes on them. Some Palo Santo cones, and that's for this little cauldron. I got this for my bookshelf, and I'm gonna put the Palo Santo in there because it smells really nice. I got some matches. I thought they were deadly. They're really long matches. I love candles, anything cozy. This spell kit, I got one of these last year. You have some instructions, a candle, Palo Santo is in there also, some incense, a crystal, and I will do that at the start of the year. Some sage, not all for me. I got that as gifts as well. Some Palo Santo. I'm going to make up some little kits for some special people in my life. I got some quartz, some rose quartz, amethyst, and they give you little cards to tell you what each of them represent. One necklace on the left, that is a present. That's a sunstone. And then I got some black tourmaline for me. And I only got the pendant because I already have the chain at home. And then I got this little key ring which I had on my little Prada backpack over the last few days. I'll show you that, I'll insert a clip. My brown pen, I got one of these last year as well and I loved it. It actually writes really well. And then the shorts, this is the red one. I suggest we form a calming circle, and that's Mary. Mary is on the collar. Next we have Sarah short, amok, amok, amok. And last but not least we have Winnie short. It's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. Heyyyy. It's the most beautiful morning here. The weather is so crisp. That's my favourite weather, in case I've never told you before. Sunny but crisp, like kind of cold. Really, really, really blue skies, not a cloud to be seen. So we're just having our coffee and getting our last fix.
And you know what's hilarious about Salem is that people are dressed up like, and their dogs are dressed up.
We never
so
said that actually. We never told you that, and we never showed you.
Like obviously loads of people are dressed up as witches, but then you see like a star trooper, is that what they are, like out of Star Wars? Or like a dog dressed as a shark, which just walked by.
That's it, we're walking around, just doing that, taking it all in, and then we're gonna get on the road.
Hit the road, 4 hours back to New York, drop the car off, and then relax for the rest of the day.
Is there any reason why we're rushing back to New York?
No? Liverpool are playing. I'm going to try and get to see it because I have a feeling we're going to batter West Ham.
Bye, see you in a while. Bye.
Adios.
We are finally on the road, on the way back to New York, and we're going to love you and leave you and sign off the vlog there. We really hope you enjoyed this vlog as much as we enjoyed making it. It's definitely our favourite vlog ever. We haven't even edited it yet. Obviously we're already in Salem before, so a lot of the things that we did the last time we didn't do again this time. I will include some more recommendations in the caption of this video, so definitely check that out. If you're new here or if you're coming back and you haven't already, please do take a couple of seconds to subscribe. Be very, very much appreciated, and we will see you very soon in the next vlog. Love you loads. Bye.